Good evening, everybody. My name is Muriel Bowser. I'm the mayor of Washington, D.C. We are located in the Frank Reeves Center here in Washington, D.C. in Ward 1 to provide a regular update on D.C.'s dig out from the blizzard of 2016. Let me start by saying we're making a lot of progress. We are nearing the end of day one of the dig out, which started shortly after the snow stopped early this morning. Our crews worked all night and all day, and we have deployed most of the 400 new pieces of equipment that I mentioned to you this morning, and much of it dispatched from RFK Stadium. Some of you have started to see blacktop, and that's good. It's mostly on our major roadways, and we're beginning to get into the secondary roadways and into the neighborhoods as well. While we have made some progress, there is still a lot more to do, and we will work to continue to clear our major arteries. A lot of the blacktop you're seeing in many cases, we still have restricted width on those lanes, so either we don't have the full number of lanes that we should, or we have some concerns about how we get through intersections and turn intersections and sight lines and the rest. So there's still a lot of work that has to be done on the major arteries. At the same time, we are gaining access, as I mentioned, to the secondary roads and residential streets. We are evaluating our ability to collect trash right now for this week, but we have determined that we will not pick up trash on Monday or Tuesday. We will not pick up trash on Monday or Tuesday, and we will advise on the remainder of the week just as soon as possible. Director Gelhardt talked to you earlier about the forecast for the rest of the week, which will have an impact on our cleanup, but it will also have an impact on our ability to get into alleys. So that is why we will come and talk to you when we have a clearer picture of what the rest of the week will look like. We expect that with the temperature dropping tonight and for every night this week, that we will see continued slick and dangerous roadways. So continue to stay off of the road. Let me say something else about shoveling. We saw a lot of people out today. I got the chance to get out today and talk to neighbors as well. And we want to remind all of our folks to please go out as you are able and shovel your walkway and sidewalk. Please remember the safety tips for shoveling. Remember to stay hydrated and to take breaks and to do it in shifts. Let me also thank all of the residents, volunteers who stepped up to help us with the DC Snow resident team. 3,100 volunteers have stepped up to the plate, and 1,000 folks spread out across the city to help people with shoveling. It is an all-volunteer effort, and so I want to thank them. Let me also thank the many people who didn't call us to tell us they were volunteering to help a neighbor and who just stepped up and helped anyway. So just look at your blocks. If you see a sidewalk that hasn't been shoveled or a walkway to a house that hasn't been shoveled, that's a sure sign of someone in need. So please try to help a neighbor. Let me also remind business owners, people want to come and patronize your businesses, but they can't do it if they can't get there safely. Please shovel your walks. We want all of our commercial corridors to be open for business. And let me turn now to our operational status. I announced earlier that DC Public Schools will be closed tomorrow. So DC Public Schools is closed Monday. I am now announcing announcing that we are going to close DC government tomorrow, Monday. We want to have tomorrow to continue to keep cars off the road so that we can clear those major arterials and also clear the places where many people who come to our downtown would normally park. Metro announced that it will have limited service beginning tomorrow at 7 a.m. Underground stations on 3 lines, including green, yellow, and orange, will be in operation till midnight. And Metro representatives are here and can provide additional information about that. We will also are happy that in 10 locations across the city, we're going to offer tomorrow school lunches and breakfast and lunch for kids at 10 locations across the city from the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we will make those locations available on our snow.dc.gov website. I'm joined today by members of my team who are participating in our response to this blizzard and will see our recovery from this blizzard as well. Let me acknowledge the City Administrator, Rashad Young, the Deputy Mayor for Public Safety and Deputy City Administrator, Kevin Donahue, the DPW Director, Chris Shorter, the DDOT Director, Leif Dormsjo, the DGS Director, Admiral Chris Weaver, the Chief of Police, Kathy Lanier, the Chief of Fire and EMS, Gregory Dean, and the leader of our national, the DC National Guard, General Schwartz. If there's anybody I've missed, let me thank you, and all of the people who support our team, and it's a lot of them. A lot of DC government workers have been on 12-hour shifts away from their families and sleeping on cots for the last several days, and I want to thank them. I want to especially thank them for showing up and really being serious about getting the government back open. I also want to thank some contractors who we have hired and who have also stepped up to the plate to enhance our ability to recover from this storm. I think a few of them I'm going to go see in a little bit that came down from Massachusetts and have been dispatched to neighborhoods in Ward 7 and Ward 8 to make sure they're all cleaned up. Now let me now turn to Director Geldhart, who can provide any additional operational updates.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My name is Chris Geller. I'm the Director of DC's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency. To give our brief, the Mayor covered most of what we're doing on operations. We have a full complement of equipment out on the street to include many additional resources that were brought in through many different means, whether it be contract or mutual aid. We continue, as folks have seen, I'm sure, coming here, and the Mayor has mentioned, to make some headway, but we have some challenges ahead of us. And especially this evening, as we go into the hours of the evening tonight and through the night, by 9 p.m., we had 36-degree temperatures earlier today in the city, but by 9 p.m. tonight, we're going to be back down to about 19 degrees. At 19 degrees, the salt that we put down on the streets and many that we put on the sidewalks becomes ineffective, which means we're going to have freezing conditions. This is going to be dangerous for the residents that are out on the street later this evening. So we encourage folks to go slow, be cautious. If at all possible, stay off the street, stay inside. It's going to be slippery all the way through mid-morning tomorrow. We're going to be very cold tonight, all the way down to about 10 to 12 degrees in the city tonight. It's going to be cold, it's going to be slippery, and it's not a good place for folks to be. We will continue with our cleanup throughout the night. We will continue to plow our streets and pick up the snow so that we can move on and get a clean city. And we're going to strive for that every day until we're there. We do have one thing to announce tonight. It was asked many times at these conferences. We have had our first fatality from this storm, and it's most unfortunate. I'll ask our Chief Medical Examiner to come up and talk about that.
Dr. Roger Mitchell, Jr., I'm the Chief Medical Examiner of Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, a 82-year-old man had a cardiac arrest while shoveling out in front of his home. So again, the message is surrounding shoveling, to take breaks, to make sure that you hydrate, to make sure that you're checking on your neighbors. Those that you know that are neighbors that are elderly, volunteer to shovel their walkway, shovel their driveway. As the mayor has expressed, we are a full community, and DC will help its neighbors, so continue to do that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to echo what Dr. Mitchell said. We are one city. We are DC. Let's make sure that we're looking at our neighbors and the folks that are out there, and if you can lend a hand, please do so. I saw much of that as I traveled the city today. Neighbors helping neighbors, folks helping other folks out. There's a lot of snow out there, folks. It's going to take us some time to do this. And again, pay attention to those warnings that Dr. Mitchell gave and make sure you're taking the time to clean the snow. With that, we'll take any questions.
Well,
Okay.
this can't happen. Mayor, you've asked that you say the district government's going to not open tomorrow. What are you asking offices and businesses downtown? Mass Avenue, despite all the work DPW and others have done, it's something like 1.5 lanes on Mass Avenue. Are you asking the private businesses also to take the day off?
No, just like I told you the other day, the federal government and the D.C. government, we make up the most traffic on D.C. streets. And with us telling our workers not to come in on those days, we think that we have a manageable situation in getting to clearing those streets so that we have parking lanes available and that we have all lanes available in the coming days. Sure. What's your question?
So I understand there's going to be limited service tomorrow. It's going to start at 7. What do you think that's going to end up doing for all the people that are going to be trying to use Metro? How is that going to help get people around?
Yes, and I neglected to mention, and I'm going to ask Dan Stessel to be on deck to come up. Not only, and Dan can talk a little bit more, are they going to be able to have limited service tomorrow? And obviously, we want them to have full service as soon as possible. The public transportation system is vital to being able to get back to business. But in addition to having the rail service, which Dan can talk about, they are going to offer limited bus service too. Dan?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, Deborah, so the rail system will open at 7 tomorrow. As the Mayor mentioned, it's underground service on 3 lines. It's not every underground station, so riders will want to check to make sure that their underground station is one of the ones that will be served. On Metro Bus, it's going to be 5 hours of service tomorrow, starting at noon and running until 5 p.m. on only 22 routes in the region. This is called Lifeline service, so it's even a step more severe than our severe snow plan. It's very, very limited. Buses will run once every half hour, with service departing the endpoints at the top and the bottom of the hour, so it will be predictable for folks, but it's, again, just the major corridors, your 14th Street, 16th Street, Georgia Avenue, Pennsylvania Avenue, routes like that. So you definitely want to check WMATA.com before heading out, and if you are heading out to a bus stop, please be safe. You know, there's a lot of snow clearing that has yet to be done around sidewalks and bus stops. We don't want to see anyone waiting in the street. Wait till the bus comes to a complete stop. If I may, one other note to mention here, if you took us up on our offer to shelter your vehicle in a Metro parking garage, which was an idea that came from the district, we will extend for another 24 hours your ability to do that. You can leave your car there overnight until Tuesday morning without encountering any ticketing, any towing, or any fees. Okay, so don't worry if you've left your car at a Metro parking garage. You've got till Tuesday morning now to get it out.
Full service on Metro for the rails and the buses.
Sure. So we're working around the clock. We have been through the storm, and this has been a massive effort. As you know, we've stored about 356 rail cars underground. That will help us tomorrow morning when service resumes. But there's an awful lot of work that lies ahead. There are parts of this railroad above ground, 130 miles of above ground track, and if you were to look at it now, it doesn't look like a railroad exists. So even now, there's much more work to do. But what I can say is that we share the mayor's desire to get service up and running. growing. We understand the role we play in this region, its economy, its mobility. We will get it up as soon as possible. And what you will see is individual line segments on the rail system and individual bus routes come back online as soon as they're able to. So from here on out, for us, this is going to be a rolling communication effort, and you will see those services come back online as we're able to do so. The best way to stay informed on that, obviously check our website at WMATA.com, but if you sign up for Metro Alerts, it's our free text message and email service, we will let you know when your station reopens, when your bus starts running again.
Tom.
Mayor, you're dumping a lot of snow at RFK. It's a huge project down there. Some people are tweeting me they're concerned about the environmental impact of that snow, the chemicals, the trash. What are you doing to mitigate that, if anything?
I'm going to ask the director to mention that, and then we have our other director here too.
Tom, good question. What are we doing with the as we haul the snow and deposit the snow? How are we doing that, and what are we doing with that? We've done this before. We are doing it again. We're taking the appropriate precautions, and we're making sure that in the areas that we're looking at putting the snow and melting it, that we're doing that in a responsible manner. And I think our Director of the Environment, Tommy Wells, can best answer the questions on that.
Yes, Tommy Wells, Director of the Department of Energy and the Environment. So as we all know, that the parking lots by RFK are right by the Anacostia River. And so my team is working with Department of Transportation, Department of Public Works, where we put a silt fabric all around the site. So the main concern when we have all that snow is all the stuff that is plowed up from the roads. With the what the department uses for salt is sodium chloride, and it is not as much of a concern as everything else that comes with what's plowed up. So we've checked the site. They have the appropriate screening there, and so when it melts, it'll go through the mesh. But also it's in a catch basin area where it does not necessarily go straight to the river, and we're looking to be sure that the collection sites hopefully are in the areas where they will drain and go to Blue Plains and be treated before it goes out. It's not great to have a lot of salt in the water, but it's more important to keep all that other stuff out, and that's what we're doing.
Okay, before we take any more questions, I did just want to say and echo the mayor's comments. We have General Schwartz here from the National Guard, and I'll say the partnership between the city and the National Guard, their support to us over the last few days has been instrumental. They provide the capability for us to get into areas where we may not have been able to get to before, and that's been huge for us in maintaining our response times for all of our emergency services, also helping us move equipment, supplies, and things like that across the city, which we would not have been able to do without him. So I just wanted to say a thank you to General Schwartz and the National Guardsmen and women that are out there assisting us in this mission. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.